So today is day 5 of TIFF, Toronto International Film Festival, and it's also day 1 of Content Canada 2024. And I started off TIFF 3 days behind in my schedule. My dog and I moved my daughter to university. The organizing, the prep, the packing, the unpacking, the coordinating, the last minute appointments, the bloopers, the timing, the requests, the miracles, the 3 days of no prep that I really wanted and needed. I had to accept they just were not showing up. So I just showed up. Contingency plan, plan B. I let go of overwhelm and just started to live the story. For 4 days, I was in a movie of my own making. So this morning on day 5 of the conference, I woke up really accepting my destiny as a writer, as a creator, as a storyteller, as a coach, and a continuing nurturer. I woke up understanding that nurturing my sweet time will give me that confidence I need to start my It's Never Too Late. Because these past 4 days have nurtured my focus, my confidence, my identity. They nurtured my self-healing in magical moments. They reset my clairvoyance. And they gave me time to say goodbye to what I really needed to leave behind. May I always be 3 days behind. I'm Ginny, and welcome to Nurturing. So today I'm nurturing sweet time with you. I'll be sharing my thoughts about time created by the films I've seen so far, and I'll be really impressed if you can figure out the title. I want you to take time to feel what's relatable for you right now. If you're at the conference, perhaps you're finding time a challenge. Well, sweet time comes when you become aware of what's coming to you for your bigger picture. Perhaps your next project, perhaps your destiny. At the end of the podcast, I'll be allowing time for you to write or reflect with music. I'll be using some tracks from Soundstripe that attempt to capture a small essence of the production. This is a concept I've created to make this nurturing podcast more interactive. Time just for you. All right, here we go. Running out of time. Running from time. Time to use your resources. Time to help out others. Time to realize who's on board and who wants to leave. Time to learn from previous patterns. Time to honor those who have been immortalized in time. Time for play and connection. Time to use what shows up right in front of you. And time to be grateful for those who have sacrificed their time. I actually watched this film with a film critic from LA, and at the end of it, as the credits finished, we stood up and we just gave each other the biggest hug. That's one of those magical moments I spoke of earlier. It was a moment of connection created by that film, by that filmmaker, by that story, by those characters. Oh, that might have given you a little hint there. Okay, this one just gave me goosebumps. Time to dream, putting in the time. Time to rise. Time to appreciate family. Time to look back. Time to reflect on conflict. Time to separate. Time to come back together. Time to find a greater purpose. Time to make a difference. And time to bring a nation together. Okay, that last one might have given it away. So the last film I'm doing on nurturing sweet time, again, I want to share the woman I was sitting beside at the end. Emotion brought us together, and in that line, leaving the theater for the last 3 minutes, we organically shared what we are doing in our life right now. That emotion brought connection. The Q&A afterwards was a whole new story, a new perspective on why the film was done, and to listen to the actors play roles, some reverse to what they actually lived, just to be in that moment, again, magical. I want to thank TIFF, Cameron Bailey, and his team for giving this film a world stage. All right, here we go. Time to be innovative. Time to collab. Time to be disappointed. Time to come up with a new plan. Time to make a quick decision. Time to help. Time to thank your angels. Time for karma to bite. Time to make a change slowly. And when I have more time, I will be posting on my socials for your guesses, conversations, feedback, inspirations. And now here's sweet time for you. Perhaps notice what shows up or who shows up afterwards. Take this time to write, create, meditate, think. If you're driving, don't do any of that. Just enjoy. I'm Ginny Connon, and thanks for nurturing.